Hello and welcome to another Duel Links video. It's Moose in here, welcoming you. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't have anything specific planned other than opening packs. What I'm hoping to do is open a bunch of Neo Impact packs, and then maybe we make a deck from that, and then maybe we take it to ladder and do some games. As far as I've progressed, I'm now at stage 35, so maybe close to finishing and not that far away. I've unlocked a few more characters now. I was doing some unlockings, you know, YUGIOH, Weevil and some others. Haven't got all of them, obviously, there's still a fair bit to go. But, you know, we're getting there. And obviously we've made it to 38, I've only got 7 more levels to go, and Yami Yugi will be all done. And I think the character I want to pick after I've finished with Yami Yugi is Yugimoto. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Do some Magnet Warrior things, do some Grandpa's Cards things with Exodia, you know. And I think there's also a card called Gandora of Destruction or something, and you can... It's kind of something you need to base your deck around, and it's a bit situational, but it could be fun to pull off just once. I did see that there's a new pack coming out. If I can check the news. Upcoming main box. It looks like it's a, what's it called? A new box is coming. Absolute Inferno. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fire support. So that's the thing. And yeah, let's get stuck into it. I have enough for 30 packs, if my math is right. Because 1,000 is a little bit over 30, but we'll just do 30, because that's clean. And hopefully we pick up some good stuff. Neo Impact. Now the cards I was looking out for were Magician's Circle, I believe. Were there any others? It was double cost of Magician's Circle, Mirror Wall. I obviously want that. That'd be great. Step in Destruction isn't bad either. Jerry Beans Man, maybe. I did pick up a little bit of packs already, and I think, yeah, I picked up the Paladin of the White Dragon. That was the best card I got. But obviously, any new cards, we'll be looking through them. We'll be doing it 10 packs at a time. And, yeah. I'm sure all you already know what these cards are. They've been out for ages. But, you know, properly looking at cards is kind of what you need to do to see, well, how can I potentially use this? What synergy does this have with other cards that I know are in the game? So that's what I like to do. We have Patrol Robo. During your standby phase, you can look at one face-down card that's been set by your opponent, as long as this card remains face-up on the field. If you want to know face-down cards, you know, Pegasus Mind Scan can see all the face-down cards, right? It isn't just backline. You can look at one face-down card that's been set, and it's pretty weak, so I don't think that's that great. Radiant Spirit, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy all face down and non-light monsters. So double tribute is the problem. But it could be good. Yeah, I can see that being decent. I doubt the face down aspect of it would be good, because in a situation where you want this, well, you're probably on the back foot and you want like a really good board clear with all these face ups that are about to hit you. There wouldn't be any face downs, I wouldn't think. But you know, it's pretty multi-purpose. Actually, it's just like getting it out because there's a 7-star. But like things like Light Effigy and things like that, or the Tribute Doll. I'm not sure if that applies to this, but that could be a way of getting it out. You got Lycanthrope. This card can only be, it's a ritual summoned with Synthesis spell. When this card inflicts damage to your opponent, Inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each normal monster in their graveyard. I don't think that's that great because most monsters that people use are effects. And we have the eyes. That means ultra rare. It could just mean a super rare, but it might mean an ultra. And if it's an effect, maybe it's Senju. Let's see. Treaty on uniform nomenclature. If you control 2 or more face-up monsters with the same name except tokens, apply this effect depending on how many you control. Exactly 2. Destroy a spell trap card your opponent controls. Exactly 3. Destroy all of them. So, obviously, Ojamas are there. I know there's cards like Fitting Room that can get out 3. With the same name. Does it have to be exactly the same? Or can it just be Ojama Yellow, Ojama Black, Ojama Green, and that's counted as the same? I'm not too sure about that. Umbra Soul. This is by the center to graveyard, destroy face down non-dark monsters. Kind of the same thing, but not as good. Because it doesn't target face-up ones. Sasuke Samurai. At the start of the damage step, if that card attacks a defensive position monster, destroy that face-down monster. There are cards that can flip things face down. So that could be good. But it's very weak. Coach Goblin. When this card is face up on your side of the field, and you can return 1 normal monster in your hand to the bottom of your deck during the end phase to draw 1 card from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, you know, that's actually not bad. There's a card called Card Trader. Which does a similar thing, and Switcheroo ability does a similar thing, I think. Only this is... I guess this is worse because it needs to be on the field. And it's pretty... I mean, I guess defensively it's not terrible. It's a fiend, so it's 1700 with the army on the field. I can kind of see it being used because sometimes just cycling, like swapping a card can be really useful. But it depends on what deck you're running as to whether you think that would be an important thing. 2-man Cell Battle. During each player's end phase, the turn player can special summon 1 level 4 lower monster from your hand. That's interesting. So that pretty much, it kind of gives you a main phase too, but it's only for monsters and not traps. And you kind of summon during your main phase 1. Guardian Seal, already checked all this. We have Watapon, Ritual of Grace. This card is used to ritual summon Divine Grace, North Wemco. You can also tribute monsters, blah 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 blah. You can move from play this card from your graveyard to make 1 face-up ritual monster you control become untargetable by effects this turn. Okay, so that's an added benefit to it. If you were to run a Ritual Divine Grace deck. Become untargetable by effects. Could be good. Could be good if you wanted to run that. I'm not too sure what the Wemco is. I imagine it's one of these two. Fusion Weapon. Yeah, I know what Fusion Weapon is. Only rare. Not getting too good things. Absorbing Kid from the Sky. When this card destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard, as a result of battle, increase your life points by the level of the destroyed monster times 300. So if it destroys a 4-star, maybe that's 1200 life points. But it's pretty weak. It's a fairy light monster, so maybe that's something. Maybe. Chopman the Desperate Outlaw. When this card is flip summoned, you can equip one equip spell card in your graveyard to this card. Now, but is equip cards on zombies really a big thing? And if you play this face down, it's pretty much guaranteed to die, so I don't think that's that great either. And just a vanilla 2300 machine dark. Alright, 3 Karibos, but that's it. Watapon, Bamboo Scrap, tribute 1 plant type monster, special summon 2 plant tokens to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. Why would I want that to happen? I don't think I would ever want that to happen. Target 1 face-up monster on the field. That target's defense becomes 0 until the end of this turn. Well, it could still be in face-up defense position. So it's situational, but it's not completely useless. Maybe. A major upset. Tribute 1 face-up attack position. Level 2 or lower monster you control. Return all face-up level 7 or higher special summon monsters to the hand. Interesting. If you want to go Jarmas, if you're running Moki Moki, you can deal with a fair bit of stuff. Another ritual weapon and release Restraint Wave. Target 1 face-up equip spell card you control. Destroy the equip spell card and all face-down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. That's pretty strong. Especially since some equips I guess it depends on what equip spell you're running, but I think there's some that would have synergy being in the graveyard as well. Meteor Dragon, I'm well aware of what this one is. And Shadow Slayer. If all monsters your opponent controls are in defense position, this card can attack your opponent directly. Oh, that is good. It's a bit of a win more, because if they're in defense position, well, not necessarily. They could just be stalling you out, because maybe they're dealing some kind of effect damage, and you need to have a way of getting in there. So this could be really good. Plus it's a fiend. Plus it can just bypass face-up attack. No, it can't. It have to be in defense position. It's not that kind of a card. But yeah, it's still could be useful. Chaos End, Scanner. Machine effect. Once per turn you can select one of your opponent's monsters as removed from play. Until the end phase, the card's name is treated as the selected monster's name. And this card has the same attribute level, attack, and defense of the selected monster. If this card is removed from the field while this effect is applied, remove it from play. Destroy any monsters that inflicts battle damage to players' life points by attacking directly. Interesting. So as for that card, I don't know if there's any good ways of removing things from play, but if there is, that would be obviously really good. It's pretty much just copying the monster you remove from play. But can you really make that happen reliably? I don't know. So we got the Sasuke Samurai. Really not the best super rare in my opinion, and that was the only decent card we got out of the first 10 packs. Maybe we have better luck in the second go round. We'll see. Okay, straight up 3 Karibos, but I don't think this is good. Kick Fire. Once per turn, when a face-up fire monster you control is destroyed by card effect, place one counter on this card for each destroyed fire monster. During either player's standby phase, you can send this card to the graveyard and inflict 1000 damage to your opponent for each counter on this card, but it has to be by card effect. So, yeah, not that great. Painful Escape, tribute 1 monster, add 1 monster with the same original type, attribute, and level, but with a different original name from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay. So maybe... I don't know why you would want to tribute it, but it does help you search for something else in your deck, where you're running kind of a theme deck. Maybe it's like fire-type pyros or something like that, and you need to kill off one of your own monsters and find something else. I don't think it's that great though. We get a rare. This monster gets the following effects while there is a monster with the following attributes on the field. Element Valkyries. This is like my Element Doom, but it's a fairy. Fire, this card gains 500 attack. Control, this card cannot switch. Maybe. Okay. Fairy King Truesdale. While this card is in defense position, all plant type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. I don't know about that one. It's only a 1 tribute, but it's got to be in defense position, and I'd rather just be attacking with it. To make it worth it, if you have 2 other plant types, they would be gaining 1,000 attack. But if this were to be attacking, it would have 2,200. It'd be getting in 200. It'd be 2,200 plus those is 30. Say they just have 500 each, and this is 2,200. You're dealing 3,200. But if you put that in defense position, they gain the extra 1,000. You're dealing 1,000, but you're dealing 220 less. So that's just bad. You'd rather be attacking with this if it's there. I don't know. Mathematically. You're missing out on damage by doing that. While there is a plant type monster on your side of the field, this card cannot be attacked. By tributing 1 plant type monster on your side of the field, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Again, I'm not too sure what kind of swarm tactics there could be. And this doesn't... And if you're going to run sort of a swarm plant type synergy, this is a warrior earth type monster. I mean, earth could have synergy, but it's a warrior type monster, so I don't know about that. But it definitely could be good because destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Yeah. I mean, that is a good ability, but is it easy to reliably pull off? I don't know. Another Des Counterblow. So far, we've opened a bit over 20 packs. We've only got 2 super rares, which is the Sasuke Samurai and the Paladin of the Dragon. High Tide on Fire Island, we've seen it. Fairy of the Spring. Target 1 equip spell card in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. That equip spell card cannot be activated this turn. But that's fine. That combos with one of the other cards we got that gets rid of an equip spell and kills some backline. And then you can do this if you really want to get it back. Naturia Strawberry. Once per turn, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, target one of those monsters. This gains 100 times the attack. 100 attack times the level of that monster until the end phase. So, you summon a 3-star, it goes to 1900. You summon a 4-star, it goes to 2000. You summon a 7-star, it goes to 2400. Probably couldn't beat out a 7-star, but it can definitely beat out pretty much any early game. That's powerful. Pretty much beat out any early game. You would need to when your opponent normal or special summons a monster. So you would really want to go first with this card. You would really want to go first with this card. But that's good. And that's only a rare. That's really good. Fuwin Kazan. When there are face-up wind, water, fire, and earth monsters on the field, apply one of these effects. Fire, water, wind, water, fire, and earth. Already bad. There's only 3 slots. You would need to be relying on your opponent to have the third type that you don't have on the field. That's way too specific right out of the gate. Regardless of what I'm not going to read the effects. That's a bad card. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Destroy all spell trap cards. Discard 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, I just think that's bad. Because that's way too specific. But if you know of a good way to use this that wouldn't so much rely on having your opponent have one of the cards necessary for this to be completed, let me know. Or maybe I'm reading the card wrong. I don't know. You can remove from play 1 monster from your graveyard to normal summon or set 1 monster from your hand. You can only activate this effect during your main phase. That's good, right? That's pretty good. Doesn't say it has to be a 4-star. It can just be any normal monster. I mean, it has to be a normal monster, so you can't get off crazy effect monsters, but it's still powerful. During your main phase, yeah. I like that. I like that. And you can remove from play. I like it. I like it, and I think I'm going to use that. And we get another strawberry. That is great. Alright, we're getting good cards. Even though we're not getting, like, the rarity, the higher rarity cards. These are some good cards right here. Alter for tribute. Select 1 monster on your side of the field and send it to the graveyard. Increase your life points by an amount equal to the original attack of the monster. Counters Lava Golem. Rajin. All light monsters you control gain 100 attack for each light monster in your graveyard. During your end phase, destroy 1 light monster you control. There can only be 1 face-up Rajin on the field. Bad. Right. Because it's either you play that and say you have 5 light monsters, which is a little bit tough to pull off in of itself. You're only going to have 500 attack. They're either going to say this and it's going to be... in order to get off its effect the first time, it would have to be face up. Like, after that, you can switch it to defense, but it's only got 1,000. And if it's only got 500 attack in attack position, they can either use it to deal a lot of life point damage to you, or they can just leave it because they know that you have to kill some of your own light monsters. Bad, in my opinion. Machine King. This card gains 100 attack for each machine type monster on the field. Good, because it doesn't need the buff to be good, but having the extra machine type bonus types is a bonus, and it's only a 1 tribute monster. So I think that's good. Because 2200 for 1 tribute isn't terrible. And then it can go up to 2400. Okay. We have a wink. But I normally look for the eyes. The eyes is kind of the tell. See, I think the eyes is the biggest giveaway that you have something good. We have Scanner. We have Raging Earth. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy all face down and non-earth monsters. Face down and non-earth monsters. I might have been reading that other card wrong. Destroy all face down and non-earth monsters. But that's, yeah, it's rough. Again, it's a 7-star. But I think it's going to be a little bit hard to get at. Maybe though. I'm not sure. Like, there's a few cards like that are in here, and maybe there's a thing for each attribute. But they just don't seem that good to me. Okay, so we have a super rare. Jin Desere. I butchered that. With rituals, when you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summoning, like Sphere Karibo can. The monster ritual summoned using this card is unaffected by trap effects. That's powerful. Unaffected by trap effects. So I think it can be targeted by things. I'm not sure how that would actually interact with things like Mirror Wall, things like Windstorm, things that target it, like, because they're general, like Mirror Wall, Windstorm, they don't really target, but then you have things like Trap Hole or Floodgate Trap Hole, or this Shattering Axe I've been running into that targets it and lowers attack. I'm not sure how it interacts in that way. So it sounds like it's not going to be able to be targeted, but does it still get affected by Mirror Wall and things like that? I want to see, because if it doesn't, and that's what that means, I really like that card. That's going to be really good. Super clutch. Emblem of the Awakening. This card is also used to summon, ritual summon, Ku Chu Lane the Awakened. You must also tribute, yeah. So it's just a ritual summoning card, that's fine. Element Dragon, we've seen it. This video's been going for a little while, so it might just be a pack opening, I don't know. But that's not the end of the world. We have Umber Soul, Naturius Strawberry, Regretful Rebirth. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target that monster, special summon it in face up defense position, but it is destroyed during your end phase. Do cards like getting destroyed? A card that you like getting destroyed would love this card, because you get to destroy it twice. But I don't really know off the top of my head what that's going to be useful for. I don't know at the moment, but I'll figure it out, probably. It's a super rare, so I'm sure it's not bad. But Sasuke Samurai is kind of bad. Oh well. We're only getting like one super rare per 10 packs. It's kind of bad. All dupes now. I'm getting into a lot of dupes. Dupes. Okay. Oh no, we got two super rares. We got the Dijin as well. Okay, we have our last 10 packs. And it's probably going to go a lot faster now that we're not getting as many new cards. Ritual of Grace, Absorbing Kid from the Sky. I like Justice of Garadholg. If this card battles a light monster, it gains 200 attack during the damage step, so it's 1800. But it's for a very specific matchup, so it's not going to be a very good card in most situations. All dupes. Fusion Weapon. Grey Wing. Discard one card from your hand during your main phase 1. This monster can attack twice during the battle phase of this turn. 2600 damage if there's no cards on the field. And it costs you a card. 2600. I mean, is 2600 damage worth 2 cards in hand? This plus one other. And it's situational. I don't know about that one. It's a win more card. Because if they have a clear board that this could attack on for 2600 damage anyway, you're probably winning anyway. Win more card. Not very good. Emissary of the Oasis. While a face-up level 3 or lower monster is on your side of the field, your opponent cannot select this card as an attack target. While this card is face up on your side of the field, any battle damage to the controller of this card from at level 3 or lower monster becomes 0. Hold on. I don't think I'm reading this right. Hold on. While there is a face-up, level 3 or lower normal monster on your other side of the field, the opponent cannot select this card as an attack target. So while there are other cards on the field, they can't target this. While this card is face-up on your side of the field, any battle damage to the controller of this card from battling involving a level 3 or lower monster. Oh my god, that seems awful. Wow, that's just got no use. I don't know. That seems really bad and not worth anyone's time. And other than that, whoa, okay. Hieroglyphs, Shine, Eyes, Kuribo's, all the good stuff. Should be something good. Stamping Destruction, the ultra rare. If you control a dragon-type monster, target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your controller. Amazing. Just run the archetype. Like, all you have to do is have a dragon-type on the field, and it does 500 damage, and it's just like run an aggressive dragon deck, and it's amazing. Not too much to be said about that. It's an ultra rare. It's going to be good. So this is the Ku Chu Lane, the Awakened, which we got a ritual spell for earlier. This card can only be ritual summoned with the Emblem of the Awakening. You can remove from play one normal type monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to that monster's attack until the standby phase of your next turn. This could go up to like 2,000 plus, I guess. Once per turn, you can remove from play one normal type monster from your graveyard. This card can gain the attack equal to that normal monster's attack until they stand by phase of your next turn. But so that wouldn't even stack. So I don't think it's that great. Wouldn't you just rather run something that has a high attack rather than have something that... I mean, you would want to run this in something that benefits them from having monsters removed from play. But then you're trying to do all these different things, and it's not going to be very consistent. You're trying to do remove from play synergy, but you also want this on the board with the ritual. It would need to be very tight. Element Mistress, Doriato, more ritual. Lots of rituals in this. It's all this is just standard. The attribute of this card is also treated as a windfire. Oh, okay. Okay, so that other card that I said was bad is not as bad if you have this on field. Okay. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by direct attack, you can increase this card's level by 1 and attack by 500. That doesn't say until the next standby phase, until the end phase, or anything like that. If that stacks, that's pretty good. The fact that this has the potential to get a little bit out of control, if you just baby it a little bit early on, could be really good. It's got dragon synergy, so I know there's a field spell that buffs dragons by like 300 attack, so 1700 isn't even that bad. And then it goes to 2200 if you get that free hit in, and then it's just 22, 27, 32, 37. That seems good to me. Ancient Dragon seems good to me. Okay. Any new ones? And the new for us. Element Source. This monster gets the following effect, so it's like Element Doom. Gets the following effects: fire, plus 500 attack, negate the effect of an effect monster that this card destroyed by battle. So that is like Element Doom, except for the first one. It has the earth attribute, but it also has a wind one and not a fire benefit. I wonder if there's a way to run all these element monsters in a deck and have them synergize with each other. I'm not too sure. Maybe I should try that. Okay, we have the shine. We have the eyes. So I'm going to say it's a super rare. Bamboo scrap, scanner, and Jin. It's super rare. We have 2 Jins. I like the Jins, so that's good. Question is, do we want to go for the extra 4 packs? Screw it, let's do it. Let's just clean out our gems. Let's put it all on the table. This has been a long video. We may as well just go all in. 4 packs, not going to get anything good. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Ray of Hope. Add 2 light monsters from your graveyard to your deck, then shuffle it. Probably good. Maybe good. Stops you decking out. But matchup specific. 2 new cards. This monster may attack your life points directly, 700. But there are cards that also attack your life points directly that have better effects along with and better stats. Twin-Headed Behemoth, we get a super rare. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but its attack and defense become 1,000. Because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon it, but it becomes 1,000. You can only use the effect of Twin-Headed Behemoth once per turn. But the fact that it can be on the board, it's a dragon wind monster. It's going to have synergy with your field spell. And it can come back and guarantee a 5 or 6 star tribute in the early game. Or almost guarantee. Goddamn bugs. Almost guarantee a 5 or 6 star tribute. Unless they have something super insane. I like it. I like it. Because it doesn't matter what the stats are when it comes back, because you're just going to tribute it off. I like it. I like that card. Lastly, something nothing. Alright, so we got some pretty good cards. I'm pretty happy with what we got. We spent a lot of gems. We didn't get Mirror Wall. We didn't get any Magician's Circle. Still got so many cards to get through, obviously. We didn't get any Jelly Beans, man. But I think I have... I don't think I have enough cards to make a synergistic deck with what I got. You know what I mean? So we'll have to grind out a little bit more for some more gems. But I enjoyed this. Packet opening. Long video. I'm going to try and cut it off short now because it's been almost 40 minutes just opening packs. God, it's got to be boring. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll be doing some more deck building.